Welcome back. Many are calling the 2022 budget tabled today a good news budget. Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana said there would be no tax hikes, putting money back in the pockets of South Africans. Sin taxes have gone up, but the fuel levy did not rise as expected. Personal income tax not going up. Now, this is because revenue collected was boosted by a strong commodity cycle, meaning more tax revenue coming in from the mining sector. The money coming in exceeded previous predictions by a whopping 62 billion rand or so, an additional 12 billion coming from that mining industry. SARS Commissioner Edward Kieswetter joining us now. Thank you for being with us, Commissioner. Is this what you call a wonderful windfall?
Well, I think, first of all, the entire tone of the budget, Francis, was made possible because of the overperformance in revenue collection. And that's an important realization for all of us, that allows the minister to do a few things to stabilize some of the debt that was really threatening to run out of control, improve the fiscal integrity, but also to begin to provide some relief to taxpayers without having to increase taxes. So that's the overall context. The other challenge would obviously be, over the more longer term, to invest into the economy to broaden the tax base.
The minister did say one swallow does not a summer make. So what you're saying is enforcing that we got lucky here in a sense. We still have to do the hard work and we have to get economic growth, or there will be tax hikes in future.
It wasn't all luck. So the adjustment from the February 2021 estimate to the number the minister set for SARS to collect today is an increase of about 182 billion. Our current estimate, Francis, you've alluded to some of those numbers, is that about a third of that overperformance will come from the economy. And part of that is not sustainable because it is driven by the commodity pricing cycle. And then another part is just resetting the base to before 2019-20 by taking up some of the slack in the economy. There is, however, a significant portion of the improved revenue performance comes from the efforts that SARS is giving effect to its mandate by through its collection efforts, through going after criminals, through ensuring that taxpayers ought to file. So I can share with you, for example, that the tax register year on year will grow by close to 1.5 million taxpayers, and that will just contribute an additional 3.6. Now, that's not the economy, that's just setting right the base. We have had significant improvement in the data and artificial intelligence work we do to detect and prevent refund fraud. This year to date, we were able to prevent over 55 billion rand of refunds where taxpayers tried to defraud the system by submitting a refund claim. That's 55 billion that would not have been in the bank had we not done this work.
So, Commissioner, you've preempted my next question. Thank you, because I was going to say how much of this is due to efficiency. Your mandate when you came in was to find the tax dodgers, restore the effectiveness of SARS after the Bain restructuring. We know that was devastating for SARS. The minister spoke about cigarettes today. So you're saying things are going well. I'm interested to know about something else we've discussed before, the increased reluctance over time of South Africans to actually pay their tax because of corruption, because of all the things that they're hearing. Are you noticing any difference there?
So the change is slow, but it's positive. And to your earlier question, year to date, we can report that 144 billion rand is in the bank as a result of specific actions taken by SARS. In the area that you allude to, We have what we call syndicated crime. That's a lot of the state capture kind of crime was in fact perpetrated by more than one entity. It's a network of criminals. In the year that we are reporting on, we have finalized 650 investigations, and through that work, we're able to raise over 11 billion of additional taxes, in addition to the criminal investigations and prosecutions that's likely to follow from that. We have in this year handed 220 cases to the NPA, including the 43 of the PPE cases that we were all understandably disgusted at, that during COVID some people still tried to gain personally out of this. Of the 220 cases, we have had 113 successful convictions, including 11 PPE. So the message to South Africans is, this is hard work. It's going to take time. I accept that the turnaround of a big ship of corruption is taking far too slow for our own good. But the encouragement that I can share with South Africans is that indeed the ship has begun to turn. And as we bolster the capability of SARS, both in terms of the area of data and technology management, bringing in artificial intelligence, as well as improving the technical skills of our people, you will hear us report more and more successes and therefore introduce a sustainable upward trend of revenue collections.
That is good to hear. We will follow the progress. Commissioner, I have to ask you about something very quickly, because we're talking about people paying up in terms of taxes. We heard recently that the SARS headquarters was caught up in the blitz by the Tshwane municipality. Maybe it was the landlord there that owns the building, but SARS mentioned in that blitz of people who were not paying the municipality. Are you personally alarmed by that?
Well, I think, firstly, let me endorse completely the work that Tshwane is doing to collect the outstanding revenues by all of the customers. Unfortunately, in this particular instance, we were a tenant who have dutifully paid our share of our rentals, and the entire building was unfortunately disconnected, which then affected SARS as well. But of course, it makes a good headline to say that SARS didn't pay its electricity bill.
All right, thank you very much. That was reported, it was your landlord, but I hope you will have a word with them. Thank you very much, Edward Kieswetter, SARS Commissioner. And yes, SARS thanked today for that increased revenue, leading to the good news that there would be no tax cuts.